I'm proud to be a toad, and of the toads who died for me. What's up, guys? Iceman here. So in this video, I'm going to show off my assassin. And yes, she has made some progress since my last video. In fact, Ice Mink is now level 86. Her res are all maxed out in hell. Last video, I had some that were like negative 60. It was fucked up. This is hell, indeed. I decided to go, what some would say, is a cheaper route. No longer is she equipped with the mighty Enigma runeword armor. And yeah, she can't teleport now. Fucking sucks. However, she can Dragon Tail Kick, which is a teleport in itself if you have an enemy to teleport onto and kick. It's kind of shitty. I traded for this Gnat's Claw. I just put shitty stuff in it for now. 2 Fs and a 15 max damage jewel. Has negative 50% target defense. What I want endgame is a Natalia's Mark with a Burr rune, with a Low rune, and with an Eth rune. So it'll have negative 25 target defense. It'll have 20% deadly strike and 20% crushing blow. I think that would be hog. Because I want some crushing blow on it. Because I'm going to try to do Ubers. It's kind of my intent anyway, with this somewhat budget assassin. And she might even wield Phoenix while doing Ubers. I'm just going to try it out. It sucks for defense, other than it gives you some nice caps to your resist all. 5 to max lightning, similar to how Fortitude does. And 10 to max fire. And I'm thinking this, along with T-Gods, might be an interesting setup. She has 30% DR in total. But if I could get a DR on my Carrion and a DR on a Ravenfrost, but that'll be damn expensive, so I might not go there. Shales in the Nat armor, very cheap, but very effective, I think. Because Shales, you know, that's 20 FHR. It takes 4 charm spaces to make up for that, for 1 socket space in your armor, because you'll have to have 4 times 5 FHR of small charms. And she actually has a lot of room in her small charms to just put whatever the fuck I want in, because the Nat set is Toad, just how it gives you the resist. I traded for 1 trap GC. I traded 2 runes for that, and this is kind of unnecessary right here. She doesn't really, I could probably top this off with 2 other charms, 2 small charms. But yeah, man, it's been pretty interesting. So here's her stats. Let me show you real quick. I just maxed Blade Shield. I didn't put any into the synergy. This is how Iceman likes to roll. I'm about to max Wake of Fire's final synergy, which is Fire Blast. Just 1 more point into that. Her Wake of Fire is doing 2,400 damage. Her Inferno, which I use for bosses, which is great. I don't plan to max Death Sentry, or probably I won't even put 1 point into it. But what's fun about the Assassin, just 1 point into these. And maybe 2 into Shadow Master. 1 point into Blades of Ice. That's how I like to do it. What's nice about the Assassin, for one, it's kind of an active build. So check this out. There's just a lot going on that you can do. You know, like on Switch, for example, you can have claws with pre-buffs. I don't have any. Although this is actually a pre-buff compared to what I'm using on my main hand. So I go to Switch. I cast Burst of Speed, Blade Shield, and the Summon, and then I switch back. Alright. See, but like I said, she can teleport onto the enemies. And with Phoenix, it helps. You know, what I like about this build is that she really is taking full advantage of Phoenix. Every mod on Phoenix, she is utilizing its Toad. The Redemption Aura almost isn't even needed because she heals so much with Nat set. The 14 mana and life, and your Blade Shield constantly leeching, especially if you have ITD, which she does on her Nat Claw. And then to make up for what that doesn't apply to, which would be bosses, I believe, she pierces their defense by 50% right now. Though endgame, she'll be piercing at 25%. If I do end up going with that Nat Claw that I intend to make, but she's going to be a higher level at that point. So she's going to have a better chance of hitting the shit anyway. The carry-on wind I just put on her recently, and it's just kind of nice how it casts the tornado, because the tornado does stun enemies. But she can do maps pretty well, and I actually found that for ice caverns, man, it's great. And this is a chill build. I have a lightning sword, and she doesn't even have a torch yet. She's not that great, but this is more chill. You know, you got to be on your toes with those squishy classes. But the class that has these automation aspects to them, which would be her blade shield, because it auto attacks, and her traps, of course, which when set they auto attack, and an additional summon, all three of which the Sork doesn't have any of. Although she has Hydro, which can auto attack, and she has T-Storm, but that's not my build. Okay, but check this out. I'm going to up these Nat helms because you can up set items now, and of course a Grim Helm can only get 20s for sockets, but a Bone Visage... Fuck! Just a minute, little Wolfie walks in. Come on, Wolfie. Come on. Okay, so... yeah, she's scared. She's scared of the garbage trucks, for real. Alright, but check this out. So I'm gonna up these. Busted my ass to get some of these. Come on, baby. I'm gonna up it. Oh, fuck. Lemco. What the hell? I can't up it? I thought it was Lemco. I didn't even look this shit up. Is it Paul? The fuck is that working? Here, just a minute. I'm gonna look this up. What's up, guys? Iceman here. So apparently the recipe to upgrade armor that are set pieces is actually a Hell, Io, and Perfect Topaz. So it's cheap as fuck. I didn't know that. I thought I was going to need a bunch of Lem runes. It's damn good. I didn't trade like a high rune for a 30s Nat Helm. Although it still might be worth it, you know, depending if I can ever get one from slamming them. But I'd rather chance it a few times. But check this out. I'm going to run this map just for a moment. I haven't tried Dim Cellar yet with this character. She does Icy Caverns very well. Oh, shit. I actually forgot that this is the Dim Cellar one. I was thinking of the other one. That's like the place by Bloodraven. But man, this set, Nat set for one, is just chill. Kind of like those ones that are chill. You can just sit back. You see this, how she's healing just from hanging out. Now there are actually a lot of fire moons in here. Oh, there are enough anyway to make it annoying. So yeah, the little fetish guys and the spiders, I think, are the two fire immunes in here. This character is a pretty damn good boss killer. Of course, she's not complete yet. You know, I'm just fucking around. I just made her like 2 days ago, a couple days ago. Cold immunes. So yeah, it's hard to kill those with Blades of Ice. Because she still does it alright though, because Blades of Ice does more cold damage now and less physical damage. It's 80% cold, I think is what it is. Yeah, 80% of it's converted to cold, and it's only doing half your physical damage in the first place. But that's where the fire traps come in. And I actually found it to be vastly more effective to just, in some situations, just skip the fire muse, because this trap is killing so fucking fast. But yeah, what I was saying was, you take full advantage of Phoenix, because to my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm almost positive of this, I've heard it in the forums and shit. -% enemy fire res on your gear now applies to traps. It didn't used to do that. Like, you couldn't use a Griffin's on a trap assassin, and it wouldn't be effective in terms of its negative enemy light res for your lightning traps, but it is now. And Phoenix obviously has a nice -28% to enemy fire res, which is great. So this does hog damage. And perhaps even more notable for the assassin is that she doesn't have any embedded skills that pierce the enemy resistances, like the Sork does. The Sork has her fire mastery, where at level 30 plus you're going to be piercing it like 30%. So it really comes into play, I think. So yeah, she's taking advantage of the damage, the plus to her caps on her res, the fire absorb obviously, the life like any other character. The fireball, because she's constantly casting that fireball. You see how many of those fireballs are being casted? Just that like constant explosion in front of her. It's because Blades of Ice procs a lot of things, because it's a lot of ticks in attacks, you know what I mean? Like every little blade here, like one attack, it shoots like 20 blades or some shit, maybe more. So it's like, it counts as 20 hits, if you will, when it comes to your coefficients and shit. Alright, that's why it's so damn epic. Because if you have a 5% chance of casting Life Tap, for example, see that? Because I have a 5% chance of casting it. And look at the curse around her. It's constantly casting. You see that? That's only a 5%, man. It's fucked up. You see how fast it's casting, dog? Let me know in the comments if you see how fast that shit is casting. That's only 5%. It's coming from the Drax. And like every fucking hit she casts it. In fact, it makes sense because every hit counts as about 20 hits with the ice shards. Right? So on paper it could cast, you know, pretty damn frequently. You know what I'm saying? Because that equals 100%, man. The 5 times the 20. But still, it's variable because it's calculated it's recalculated every fucking time. It doesn't mean you're gonna get it 100% of the time. You know what I'm saying? There's diminishing returns and shit in that, but nonetheless, I mean, it's a lot of damn hits. Is my point. It's 20 fucking hits per swing. So that's a lot of procs, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why these characters are toad. And to be honest with you, dogs, I intend to play some Project Diablo 2 when it comes out, and I hope they have this shit. Because Blades of Ice is toad. And yeah, they nerfed it a little bit. This is not a good map for this character. What I was doing in the Ice Caverns, I was just running through everything, just casting my Wake of Fire. And it was just wasting nearly everything. Because the only thing there that's fire immune are the little imps that fly around. Or that can teleport. But here's the thing. Your Blade Shield takes care of them. And this map sucks because there's a lot of fire immunes. But she could do the Icy Caverns fast as fuck. I'll have to show you guys. Alright, I'll show you in a future video. And what else I'm going to show you is she could do Frigid Highlands alright. And Frigid Highlands is just annoying. With your sword, for example, she's teleporting around. Her merc can get the shit beat out of him if you have a high roll map. Ooh! Yeah, this character has next to no MF, so she has 18 MF. I might put a Geeds on her, I don't know. It's Toad. But this character's active, and check this out. You can even cast, like, Cloak of Shadows. You see that? You can cast your traps. If you're feeling like you're in a trap mood, you can cast your Cloak of Shadows for defensive purposes. You have 2 different traps you can cast. You have a summon that helps you out. You can beat the shit out of them with your claw and cast Blades of Ice like crazy, but if you're in the mood to just sit back and cast traps, you can do that too, you know what I mean? There's some variety to the playstyle. And the gear choices are nice as well. Because I could put on like a 30's G-Face, which I have, I think I showed that last video. I could put on an Enigma. I have a 40 Storm Shield in stash. So this build, I think, is very versatile. Which is kind of why I like it. I'm pretty damn sure this build could do all the maps. Some of which she might struggle a bit. But she could just skip the enemies that she can't kill. Basically, anything that's not fire immune, she just wastes the shit out of it. And then, if it is fire immune, if it's not cold immune, she can waste the shit out of it with her Blades of Ice. You see? But lately, I've just been liking the Chillax playstyle where I can just cast the traps. I found that to be towed. So yeah, I'm looking to up both of those Nat helms. It's going to be towed as fuck. You can buy a Nat helm on the trade site for 1 OOC, a clean one. So I'm just going to start upping them, dog. Just going to start upping them, trading for them for 1 OOC, upping them, and then slamming them. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out for those IOs, the Hell Runes, and the Topaz. I probably skipped a couple already. Yeah, this is bullshit. All the fire immunes, fucking bullshit. Yeah, Fat Boy doesn't really like this map, to be honest with you guys. This map sucks for this character. So it was not a good one to showcase. But I should show you guys, like I said, those other ones. You can find good stuff, though, down in here. So with a non-Nat set build, I like the Enigma, but of course Chains of Honor would probably be most ideal. A Chains of Honor, a Godly Claw of some sort. You can make Fury Claw if you want some style points, and you're okay with wasting a Jaw Rune. You can make a Fury Claw, because it has ignores target's defense, it has Deadly Strike, it has open wounds, it has decent damage, and a few other mods, man. Fury Claw is pretty towed. Some dual damage, nice. Style points for wearing that. So yeah, Fury Claw, I would wear 30's G-Face, experiment with Storm Shield and Phoenix. Phoenix would be pretty damn good with Enigma, because Enigma gives you so much strength over. Storm Shield obviously gives you a lot of strength, so you can mitigate those points then to Vitality. So Storm Shield would be a great Uber Shield, really, and you need some DR. You know what I'm saying? It's towed with Nat set because you already have 30 DR. You can get 6 on each of your rings. That'll bring you up to 42 in total. So you have 42 DR out of the 50. And if you wanted to, if you really wanted to be a slug, you could put a Burr Rune in your helm. We're talking about the Nat set now. You could put a Burr Rune in your 30s helm, let's say. And then you'll top off your physical damage resistances. You'll be at a perfect 50, because remember, some folks forget about this shit. Most of you guys know this. But it's capped at 50%. So anything beyond 50% for damage reduction doesn't do shit. And that'll give you a perfect 50, dog. That'd be towed. 1 Burr Rune in your Nat helm. Probably a melee splash jewel with some other nice mod. You might not need IS if you're a versus speed. I don't need it. She only needs the 20 IS on the amulet and 1 point in a burst of speed, and she's already at her max breakpoint. Pretty fucking sure she is. I'll have to double check that. Someone messaged me on the trade site. I might take a look-see and see what this is all about. Good boss killer. She can do Bal easy too. She can walk Bal. No, I like to walk Bal because you can find a lot of goodies there. Like 83 plus areas. You can find any rune in the game there, man. And I normally don't find shit from Bal's minions. Here's the boss. See, he got me right there. He hit me good, but it doesn't matter. I cast my life tap. See this, and I'll cast the traps. I'll cast the Inferno traps. See, and check this out. She heals, and she has no crushing blow. I'm going to get some crushing blow. 20% of Burr Rune. I need to work my tail off of that. Oh, shit. She's going to waste in this map. This will be towed. Yeah, I'll run that, alright? I might make a video on that. Ooh. This should be like an rune at least. These always get 30s if you socket them with Larzik. That's their max. And folks like to make Enigma in them. This is a perfect 15%. Should be able to get an rune for that. But I'm going to check with this guy who wants on the trade site. If you guys will, like the video. Become a patron if you want. Links in the description below. A couple of y'all gave Fat Boy donations through the PayPal tippy jar. I shouted you out on Facebook. and on YouTube, but I'll shout you out on my next video if I remember. So thank you for all your contributions, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace be with you.